Hey, what's going on, y'all? This Might is here with the Extraordinary Men podcast. So, I was having a conversation with some of my people a couple of days ago, and we were talking about the cost of living and wages and things of that nature. So, I kind of wanted to go through the different averages of necessities, and talk about some different things as far as like rent, mortgage, utilities, things of that nature. What does it actually cost for real for us to live? Okay, so I'm gonna jump on over. I actually have a lot of screens up that I'm actually going to show you guys, and we're gonna go through these different calculations, together. All right, so let's go ahead and get it. Okay, so out the gate, and once again, I want to be clear that these are averages. Okay, does not mean that these numbers necessarily, you know, uh, help in your situation or may be useful with your situation. But these are just based on averages, so you can utilize these numbers as baselines. Your numbers may be higher, your numbers may be lower, but these are the average across the board. Okay. Also, I want to be clear that I did not add any wants. Your Hulu and your Netflix and your Uber Eats and what you going to the club and all. I did not add any of that. I only looked up the averages for the necessities that you actually must have in order for you to survive. Okay, so out the gate, we have the average rent in the United States. Okay, let's write this down. The average rent in the United States is 1702. So $1,702. Okay. That's the average. Okay. They calculated that on a one bedroom apartment. That's a one bedroom apartment. On average, that's what it costs. Now, you may have a two bedroom apartment. You may have a three-bedroom apartment. You may have a townhouse. I get all that. I'm only going based off the averages that popped up first. You could take it upon yourself to figure out what the average cost of a townhouse is, what the average cost of this and that. Okay, you could take it upon yourself to do that. This average is based upon a one bedroom apartment. All right. So I didn't want to get into. We'll be doing a video all day long trying to calculate all these different numbers, so you can do the research yourself and find out what are the averages within your situation, and then you can calculate these numbers based off of your situation. Okay. Okay. The average mortgage across the board is 1768, $1,768. So for 66 more dollars, you can get a mortgage. I just want you to take that into consideration. That's the mortgage. Okay. And these numbers may not be favorable. I have not done the calculations on these numbers. I'm doing this real time, trying to figure this out and see what the actual cost of living actually is for real. All right. So, next, the average cost of utilities. Now, again, this may not particularly pertain to your situation. Your utilities may actually be included in your rent. Okay. So, for some of you, you may be lucky like that, or your garbage may be included, or so. But anyway, the average cost of utilities across the board is $429.33. That's your utilities. My pen is running dry. All right, I'm gonna keep it pushing until it finally dies. Okay, next, the average cost of your internet. That's $75 across the board. Okay, This is according to highspeedinternet.com. All right. According to Selflender, the average cost of your cell phone bill is $166 a month. So $166. Okay. The average cost of groceries, and again, this is based off one person. So I want to make sure, my bad if I didn't make that clear at the beginning. I'm sorry. But these numbers are based off one person. Okay. So the average cost of groceries for one person is $150 to $300 a month. Let's just go ahead and take the high number at $300 a month. Okay, the average cost of gasoline for your car or truck. The average range, okay, because we're dealing with different states, different counties, different cities, different villages, everything's different, okay? We can only go based off a range. Within that range, I think would be a solid number based off that range. So it ranges from $3.56 to, on the high end, $4.32. I think we'll be safe by going with $3.80 for gas. $3.80. Okay. The average cost of buying clothes. Okay. Now, of course, it's different for men and women. So for women, it's an average of $545 a year on clothes for women. It's an average of $326 a year for men. Okay. And then it just gives us a blanket overall like footwear costs, but they did it on entire household. And then they also gave us the children number of $68. So I'm not gonna add those numbers. I'm not gonna add those numbers simply because when they say household, I don't know if they mean the household of one or household of multiple. It's gonna skew, our average numbers. So moving on. Okay, average cost of health insurance. That's going to be your health, your dental, your vision, and everything else. All your medicines, everything wrapped into that. Okay. That's an average of $560 a month. That's an average of $560 a month. Okay. The average cost of a car note, your car note, is $575 a month. Come on, pen. Okay. And then your average cost for your car insurance, according to bank rate, and this is for full coverage, $168 a month. Okay, $168 a month. Now, then what I looked up is what is an average monthly income across the board in the United States. This is what I found. This is from worlddata.info. Okay. I'm on monthly. The average monthly income for the United States, right here. Let me see if I can blow that up a little bit so you can. Okay. The United States. The average monthly income is $5,908, $5,908 a month. That's after taxes. It's after taxes. Okay. So now we have our income. 59. Come on. 5908. Okay. So now we have our income. So let's go ahead and calculate this. Okay. I'm going to calculate the numbers based on the women for the clothes because it's a higher number. And I mean, you can calculate it on the men's side if you like. We only need to calculate one side, to give us a general. Okay. So let's start with the rent because we have a lot of renters. Okay. So let's go with rent. So the average rent is $1,702. Utilities is $429.33. Internet was $75. Your cell phone is $166. Your groceries was $300. And I'm gonna come back to gas because let me look up one more thing for the gas. Average miles driven per month. So on average, 1,200 miles are driven per month. So we'll calculate our gas on that. But I'll circle back around on that. Okay. Again, so we have $554 for our clothes. $545 for our clothes. Plus $326. Nope. $326 was clothes for men. We're not counting the men on this calculation. Okay. We have $560 for insurance. We have $575 for your car note. And then $168 for your full coverage. All right. Without calculating the gas, we're at $4,520.33. Okay. $4,520.33. Okay. Let's calculate the gas, 380 at 1,200 miles. That's about $45.60 a month. $45.60 a month. Okay. My apologies. My apologies. That's why you always double check, okay? My apologies. That's about We're gonna calculate that at about $315 a month and 78 cents. Okay, $315.78. Okay, so now we take our 45, 20, 33 plus 315.78. That gives us a grand total of 48, 36, 11. That gives us a grand total of $4,836.11. Okay. Our national average of monthly income is 5908, $5,908. Okay. $5,908 minus our 4836.11. That leaves us, okay, with $1,171.89. $1,071.89. Okay. Let's run through that one more time because I want you guys to really start paying attention to the fact that you actually have a lot more money than you think you do. Average cost of rent, 1702. Now again, these numbers are based off the averages. I also calculated the rent off a one bedroom apartment because we did our calculations based off one person. These numbers are based off one person. Okay, I just want to make sure that you guys keep that in mind. One bedroom apartment, one person. Groceries, cell phone, everything is based off one person. So we got our average rent. We got, I didn't calculate the mortgage. I skipped past the mortgage, but I still gave you the average, 1768. So if your average mortgage, your average rent for a one bedroom apartment is 1702. Your average mortgage is 1768. It's only a $66 difference. I'm not going to tell you what to do. It's, I mean, everybody's life is different. Everybody has different situations, but just looking at these numbers, a $66 difference, I'll let you come to the conclusion as to, what type of decisions, make sense to you and what route that you need to go. But I just want to reiterate, rent is 1702, but the mortgage is 1768. I'll let you make the decision of what's best for you. All right. Average cost of utilities, average cost of internet, average cost of your cell phone bill, average cost of your groceries. And again, we took the high number. So you can minus if you're in the $150, if you're at the $150 a month for your food, well then you can minus $150 from the 4836.11 total and add it to your leftover money of your $1,071.89. Add it to that. So a little bit more money to play around with at the end of the month. I gave you your price range of average gas prices, okay, and then I went with 380, which I felt was kind of like a sweet spot, within that range. Then I also gave you your average cost of clothes per year of buying clothes. We gotta stay clothed up. All right. We calculated the women's number because it was higher. Okay. We did not calculate the household, the footwear. We did not calculate the footwear costs for the household because they did not stipulate what the full household meant. Was it just the single person that counted as the household, or was that more than one person? Okay. So we kept that out so we didn't skew our numbers. Okay. We also kept out the children's number as well. Then we talked about our health insurance, our average cost of health. And then we talked about the average cost of a car note. Then we also talked about the average cost of insurance for the car. Okay. Then we spoke about how many miles a month, the average miles driven a month for the car. Okay. And then we got our average monthly income, our average monthly income right here from world data. So, with that being said, okay, we are, that leaves us with everything calculated using the bigger numbers. Worst case scenario, I guess. That leaves us with a whopping $1,071.89. Okay. Remember, I only calculated what I felt were the necessities, which you absolutely have to have, which you absolutely have to survive. Okay. Out of this 1,071.89, now we can start talking about uh now we can start talking about your emergency fund, your emergency fund, your savings account. Okay? Emergency and savings are not the same thing. I want to make sure that I repeat myself. I want to make sure that I repeat myself. Emergency and savings is not the same account. They're two separate accounts. Okay? Your savings you can dip into if you have to. Your emergency is never dipped into at all. This is break in case of, what I'm saying, break glass in case of emergency. You know what? I honestly absolutely have no choice. I have no choice. This is, you dip into the emergency fund when you have exhausted all avenues possible. This money does not exist at all until we have exhausted all, and I mean all avenues. Then we dip into this money because at that point it really honestly is an emergency. Okay. Whether it be, hospital, you got to pay for the ambulance, or, insert extreme emergency here. That's when we touch that money. Okay. Then we can start talking about, once you got your emergency fund and you got your savings fund, and again, you do what you like with the remaining balance. Okay. It's yours. At that point, it's your play money because everything else got handled. Your rent, your utilities, your car note, everything that we put on this list, all of your necessities was all handled. So this 1,171.89 technically is kind of your play money. All right. What you gonna do with it? Emergency savings. All right, done. Now we have our investment accounts. Our investment accounts. Okay. Are we going to throw some in RobinHood? Are we going to throw some in Acorns? You know what I'm saying? Are we going to throw some in a money market account? Uh, Whatever, a Roth IRA, whatever investment vehicle that you're setting up for yourself. You could invest in all four of those or more. Okay, your savings that could be going towards a real estate, some real estate, uh, a business. Some of this money could go towards funding your business. You got an e-commerce business, or you're trying to get into candle making. You want to sell candles. Uh, you like the bedazzle, so you want to start selling, bedazzled purses, bedazzled Crocs, bedazzled, whatever you're trying to sell. You can put that money to the side for your business. Okay. Now, after we've handled our emergency, after we've handled our emergency, after we've handled our savings, after we've handled our investment, whatever amount of money we plan on moving, okay? Now we can start talking about getting our nails done, getting our hair done, okay? For the men, getting our hair cut, braided, you know what I'm saying, what have you, you know, getting the car wash, you know, maybe you can dedicate, I think it's $12 now, I don't remember. You can dedicate $12 out of that for the Netflix. I don't know, dedicate, what is it, $10 or something like that. I don't remember. $10 for the YouTube premium because you a YouTube head. That's fine. That's fine. As long as you can stay on target and as long as you can stay on budget, you straight, okay? You may even be able to you might even not want to touch the money at all. You know what I'm saying? You can go out for maybe a burger every now and then. You can get a burger every now and then. You can grab you a coffee every now and then, but that's only out of the remaining money once you've done your emergency, your savings, and your investments. Once you finish that, then whatever is left, that's the money we playing with. That's the money that we're going to start utilizing to do the things that we want. Okay. And if you have a bigger want, then you already know what you need to do. Save the money. Wait for the next month to roll around. Or wait for another 2 more months to roll around. So now you got 4 months of saved up money. You know what I'm saying? On top of your regular emergency savings and investment money. You got an additional 4 months of saved up money for you to do a bigger one. So, with that being said, I kind of wanted to utilize this to prove a point. You know, is it an extraordinary amount of a massive amount of money left out of you get paid for the month? No, but it definitely is an extraordinary, massive amount of money for you to be able to start doing your emergency fund, your savings account, and your investment accounts. And your investment accounts is very important because that's what's finna make your money go to work for you to bring you back more money. Bring you back more money. Okay? So, yeah. Yeah, you can live. Yes, you can live. Again, I gotta say it again. These averages were based off a 1 bedroom apartment. They were also based off calculations for one individual. Okay. Health insurance, if you got a family, you can pretty much just double it. Okay. So it's going to be 1,100 or something like that. 1,200, 1,100. All right. And groceries, if for you was 150, then you'll be at the 300 for you your significant other or whatever. So, I mean, just pretty much double everything except for the ones that are pretty much stationary, prices, your internet, cell phone, unless you plan on, having somebody add a line on your plan and calculate, add that cost, you know, that other individual that's working, that 5,900 counts for them too. Okay. That 5,900 counts for them too. So if you got one household and both of y'all is bringing in the average of 5,908, okay, that's almost $12,000 in the household. That's almost $12,000 in the household, y'all. Yes, you can live. So when you break it down like that, and hopefully, I gave a better eyesight, a better bird's eye view of this. Again, I only calculated the necessities, and then all of our wants was at the very end after you have put money into your emergency, your savings, and your investment accounts. So yes, you can do what you need to do, what you have to do, and you can do what you want to do with 5,900 a month. Granted that your situation is this situation. Okay. If your situation is higher than this, then excuse me. If your numbers are higher than this, then it's safe to say that you're in a better paying job so that you can cover these costs. In which case, you're still basically at ground zero with these numbers. Your situation is just a little bit better. You get paid a lot more. So, yeah, you're probably going to have, instead of the one bedroom, you're probably going to have the two bedroom, you know, or you may have the three bedroom, or you may just have a townhouse. Your situation may be different, but again, your job situation may be different, which is bringing you more income. So, but again, these are averages. These are averages. Based off these averages, you can live and you can live straight. So, all right, I'm Midas. I'll holler at y'all. If you got any questions, comments, concerns, if you feel indifferent, if you think these numbers, are BS, if you think the calculations are BS, I mean, I literally went through the websites, what I'm saying, and clicked link by link, and so you could see it black and white. Okay, so I don't know. I didn't make the numbers. I just calculated them. So, but yeah, if you feeling different, please comment below. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to know. Matter of fact, I would like to know, like where are you at? You know what I'm saying? Where are you at in your life? Um, have you actually sat down and calculated out your personal averages? Like, have you actually paid something over a year and then looked at your month to month payments and verified like what your averages are? So okay, on average, I'm paying, this X amount in food. On average, okay, I'm paying this X amount in this. Like, have you actually done that? I'd like to know that. You know what I'm saying? Are you taking your finances serious? So, but all right, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. Peace.